If your locks have started to mature and are too thick to fit under a wig, here's an alternative hairstyle to still get that look. Here's how I went from this to that in a few hours. In this video, I'll share the steps taken to achieve this look. If you think it came out cute, make sure and smash that like button. And if you have questions about the hair or are thinking about trying it out, let me know in the comments. Lego. The method of installation used is the crochet method. So if you know how to crochet herein, you are already 10 steps ahead of the game. If not, I got you, boo. The tutorial is linked down below on how to crochet herein. This video is meant for inspiration and to see how I achieve the sew-in with leave-out kind of look, and how you can too. Links to everything used will be down below in the description. Step 1. First thing I did was cornrow my hair, making sure to get it as small and non-bulky at the top as possible, with special attention to parting in the section where it would be visible for me, which is going to be the side part. Step 2. After braiding it down to the ends as much as possible, I got my mom to sew up the hanging ends in the back, like so, like that, as Tab would say, and then I was ready for crocheting. Make sure you sew your hair up securely, because when it's all done and you go to style your hair, you don't want the crochet hair to slip out from the sewed in part.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account.
5 packs. Last time I did this, I only put 3 packs in. But this time I'm gonna put all 5 because it was a little bit embarrassing. I had some gaps in there when the wind blew and after shedding and stuff like that. I'm sure it was looking like a hot mess behind there and on top of my head. It wasn't enough coverage, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the full 5 packs in there. Now it looks thin. It looks like that's not a lot of hair. But like I said, 3 packs the last time covered my whole head. And it looks natural. So. Step 3. I took each section that was pre-banded with a rubber band and broke it down into 3 sections and crocheted it in until there was no visible gaps. The hair fluffs out a lot, so it's better to install with gaps and then come back in to fill as needed. Instead of just installing the hair in a perfect line with no gaps in between, it would be too heavy and too much hair needed, but I guess it kind of depends on the look that you're going for. I wanted it to look like a sew-in or a wig with a max density, but not weigh my head down. This section requires a bit more attention and strategy to make it look more natural, or as natural as possible. You can do the invisible crochet method if you can, or you can do what I did and just install super small pieces in directions that cover up the prior installed piece, so the hair would cover over the crochet knots, if any. The invisible method just didn't work for me, that's why I didn't use it. It kept slipping out because the hair was so soft. So that was my workaround. Step 5. Gel it down. Gel it down for a smooth transition. Wet the hair and finger detangle, put into braids for sleeping, working out, or just everyday errands, to set into whatever curl pattern that you'd like. The smaller the braid, the tighter the pattern. Larger braids for wavy patterns. Wait till it's completely dry to open, and then the more you play with it, the bigger it grows. Cha-cha-cha-chia! So my overall review on this hair is it's great. The hair is here for a good time, not a long time. So it's good for a good time. What I mean by that is I put this hair in for a photo shoot, and the max that it's gonna last me in my household is about 2 weeks. And that's with me keeping it primarily braided in those 2 pigtails and wearing that bandana whenever I'm working from home, doing everyday errands, and only taking her out of those braids whenever it's the weekend for certain events. So it's definitely just for a look and not for a continuous look. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's the closest crochet hair to human hair in the way that it feels and reacts. It's almost just like human hair. They say that you can like flat iron it and curl it and all that stuff with curling iron and heat manipulation. I didn't do any of that. But I have seen other people that did do that online. It does shed a lot because it's crocheted in, so that's expected. But the quality and the feel of it is the best as far as crochet hair. It really does feel like human hair. And then I also have pictures from my engagement shoot so you can see how it reflects in the light. It looks like high quality hair. I hope it was inspiring for you to know that even if you have locks and it can't fit under a wig, you can still get that same look by crocheting it in, and it's significantly less than buying a wig with human hair. But like I said, this hair is only here for a good time and not a long time. If you haven't already and you're feeling my vibe, go ahead and make sure to hit like and subscribe. See you next week.